Okay, so get this, right? Like what if you could actually kind of see into the future, but like for the stock market?
Yeah, like not just, a gut feeling,
Right.
not a hot tip, but like actually have data
Exactly.
showing you what's going to happen.
And that's what we're diving into today.
Right.
Because get this, AI, it's changing the game
Absolutely.
for
Yeah.
how we understand, like maybe even predict, like how the market moves, right?
It really is mind-blowing when you think about how we used to do it, right? Like it used to be all gut feelings and
Yeah.
analysts in suits on TV.
Totally, yeah.
And now we have these algorithms that can look at mountains of data, like so much data, and potentially
Yeah.
see what's going to happen before it does.
And the thing is, we've all heard about those basic trading bots, right?
Yeah.
They're just buying and selling on a schedule like clockwork.
Right.
But what we're talking about today is way more advanced.
Totally different.
This is AI that's not just reacting.
Right.
It's looking ahead. It's forecasting.
And the key, you hit it right on the head, is the amount of data.
Yeah.
I mean, think about what a human can look at. A human can look at a company's earnings report,
Sure.
read some news articles, look at the industry trends.
Yeah.
AI can do all that.
Yeah.
And then go way deeper. So it can look at social media sentiment. It can look at satellite images.
Wait, what? Satellite pictures?
Yeah, yeah.
What do you mean by that?
Well, like imagine a system that's looking at satellite photos
Oh, wow.
of like, a big retailer's parking lot.
Right.
And it sees that all of a sudden there aren't that many cars there.
Oh.
That might be a sign, like an early warning sign,
Wow.
that sales are dropping even before that retailer puts out its, quarterly numbers.
So it's not just numbers then. It's like it's finding those connections, those subtle that we as humans would probably just completely miss.
The signals that are hidden in plain sight that humans just can't see.
Okay, so it's like AI has this superpower vision or something.
I like that, yeah. It's like a magnifying glass
Yeah,
that
yeah.
can zoom way, way, way in.
Uh-huh.
And the best part is it's not, it's not magic or anything.
Right, yeah.
It's just really clever algorithms,
Huh?
things like recurrent neural networks.
Okay.
That's a mouthful, I know.
Yeah.
But they basically learn from all this past data,
Right.
and they start to see these patterns that tell us, like, this is how things are going to play out.
Okay, so let's say this is as good as it sounds.
Right.
Does this mean we can all just, retire early
Uh-huh.
and let robots manage all our money?
I mean, I wish.
Ha ha ha.
That's the dream, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But remember, the market is like this crazy, complex thing. There are tons of things that can happen
Totally, yeah.
that no one can predict.
Yeah.
I mean, what if a war breaks out somewhere?
Yeah.
Or there's like a massive earthquake,
Wow.
throws everything off.
Right? Those are things, even AI,
Yeah.
even with all its data,
Yeah.
it can't see those coming.
So it's not a perfect crystal ball, but
Right.
but it could be a pretty big advantage,
Oh, absolutely.
especially if you're thinking about, really fast-moving situations,
Right.
like a flash crash.
Well, exactly, because think about it, for a human,
Yeah.
a market drop,
Yeah.
it takes, precious seconds
Yeah.
to process what's happening,
Uh-huh.
make a decision.
Right.
But for an AI, instantaneous.
Yeah.
So it could be buying or selling while we're still trying to figure out what's going on.
That's incredible. But it also makes you think, like, if these AIs are making these lightning fast decisions with our money,
Right.
how do we know?
Yeah.
How do we even know they're making the right call?
Well, that is the million-dollar question, isn't it? I mean,
Yeah.
that's why we need to be talking about transparency.
Yeah, yeah.
You need to understand how these systems are actually making these decisions. What data?
What are they looking at? What are the safeguards, to prevent them from doing something crazy?
So it's not just the tech itself, it's how it's used, right?
Absolutely. It's the ethics behind it.
It's a whole new world out there.
It really is.
I mean, it's like we're standing on the edge of this, like, this huge change
yeah,
in how finance works,
I agree.
and we need to be ready for what comes next.
Well, and that's a perfect place to leave our listeners with something to think about, you
Right.
know? If AI can see the market this clearly,
Yeah.
this fast, what happens to good old human intuition?
Right?
Those gut feelings,
Right.
the years of experience.
Yeah.
Will there still be a place for those, seasoned investors who can kind of read between the lines?
Yeah.
Or will AI just take over completely?
Right.
Something to ponder.
It really is.
Yeah. Okay.
Really.